Well, back here on the farm. Let's try this again. See if we can find a contract to do, because again, the crop stage is in the early growth. Let's see what we got here. Not a whole lot. Let's see what's going on there. Harvest barley. Let's try that. Field 59. Well, I've noticed a few of the videos have turned HDR. That one that was standing out on me forever just seems to be a holdout. It stays at 4K, and again, I didn't change anything in the way I recorded it or uploaded it, so go figure. I would re-upload it, which somebody had suggested I do, but I've long since deleted the actual recording. So I may just take it down, I might just leave it, don't know. Good thing I got the air conditioning on in here. I enjoy the sunshine, but not a big fan of really hot weather. I was tweaking my graphics card there yesterday, only to find out I had a whole lot more room to overclock it without really punishing it at all. sitting there. Where am I here? Use the mouse here. Just shy of 3,000 megahertz. Now I did test it out with some synthetic loads like Time Spy and stuff like that. So 100% usage on the graphics card at that frequency for sustained use. I never got over 65 degrees. And the fans aren't just roaring either. Can't even really hear them. Certainly not over the gain, that is, anyways. You know, the weather in real life is changing here. I live on the west coast of Canada. And I ride motorcycles, so been kind of busy the last little bit there getting the bike ready, and actually had a little bit of work there in the truck. So if you're wondering where I went the last few days, well, I was busy with life. But I saw an opportunity today to do this, so here I am. One day I might replace this harvester with the case, actual flow 250 or whatever it is, 1250. Can't remember exactly. But I've modded this one. It can't remember if it's 150 or 100,000 that it holds. It's plenty. I've also modded it to be able to harvest sunflower or corn. I don't know if it would do cotton, maybe, but I think in that instance I would just actually go with a cotton harvester. Somebody bumped my mirror. Yeah, this harvester does a nice job. Now, obviously, the work width is not overly large. And I don't think you could put any of the other headers on this one. I think this one is only this header. So I don't mind. I was always headed for the 4x maps before, and the great big machines, and you know what? After a while, that kind of got boring, and they just didn't have the same, if I can use the word, ambiance in the maps, which is why I've just kind of stuck to this one. I mean, I'm sure there's other ones out there that I should explore, but at this moment, I'm just really coming back into the Farm Sim 22. I had been out for quite some time here, and I decided to start small and simple. Now, I was doing that in 19 as well, so although 19 I was also well, actually maybe 17, I was really into the big maps and the big machines and all the production and just doing all that. But you know what? It started to feel like real work. And I like using the machines and playing with the mods and modding the equipment, and I find these smaller maps are quainter, less stressful. They sure look good, you know. Don't forget, the bigger the map you're working, and then all those mods, like a ton of mods, really weigh down your computer too. Not just talking about rendering. I'm talking about like in the cache, all that stuff. The more mods you have, um, my experience has been, at least with Farming Simulator, which again is not a heavily optimized game, I found it was weighing things down, especially when you were near your farm. You got all these extra silos and equipment just laying around. Get that stuff away. Put it in the farm corner of the map and use the TARDIS teleport, you know, or the what I was using there, the vehicle inspector, to jump in and out of machines. I mean, hey, if you're a crew purist, you'll hop in your pickup and drive up there. But I'm not quite that much of a purist. Not to the point where it becomes completely inconvenient. How's that? You know, somebody would say, oh, well, you're not going to be much of a farmer. Hey, you didn't hear my last video. I'm from farming stock, if you like. And I'm sure a lot of them, if they could in real life use a teleport to go get their vehicles, they'd be the first one to use it. I like keeping the on-screen display up in the bottom left corner, because a lot of people are, you know, it's always been a complaint of mine. I see people using equipment, but they don't display what's going on. You know, how are you achieving that? At what frequencies? Kind of, you know, CPU are you using? So I leave it there, you know. I like to keep tabs on it to know what's what. Well, if it doesn't change, why do I have it? So when it does change, I see the problem. But and you also get familiar with your numbers, and again, you know, I'm as much enamored by the game as how well the computer is performing. Equally is the best way to put it. Could I push it harder? Absolutely. But the increase in performance is, how do you say that again? The returns tend to become less and less the harder you push it, and becomes a point where, you know, look at my temps. You know, I'm on a G-Sync OLED display that's 120 hertz. So I pretty much got the graphics maxed out. The only thing that you can always lower your performance by extending the view range beyond even well, a lot of people 100 meters. I think I'm sitting at 250, which is plenty. Beyond that, there's no way you're going to see it unless you're flying around, and I spend very little time flying, so diminishing returns, that's the phrase I was looking for. And once you got your $120 in your frames, I mean, it's really about, you know, 4K, HDR, Ultra, this, that, and the other, and just no point in it, you know. I'm also into the Microsoft Flight Sim, which is far more demanding. And on the ground, I'm about 100 frames. On approach, 95 to 100. Once I start climbing out, and I do mean within 1,000 to 2,000 feet, I'm up to a $120, whether I'm in the cockpit or on the exterior. So pretty happy with that. I'll just about finish this guy. Now I do have to deliver this stuff to the Farmers South, I believe it was. Okay, so rather than just teleporting over to the drop there, I'm going to jump out here, and I think I'll fly as soon as I engage that. Where the heck am I here? Oh, over here. I couldn't see myself. So you can see the circle on the ground. I think it's 250 meters. You know, you get down this far, you can't see it. The extent of your view range with detail. It's pretty good. Good enough for me. Okay, there's the trailer, so I need a tractor. Do I have one in here? Oh, okay, so we'll just jump up and grab one. 6175R. Just unhook that. Get rid of that. And we'll go over here and grab it. And again, this is stock equipment, so I modded it. Basically, not a ton of mods sitting in my folders. I've got more than a few, but if I see a way to limit the amount, I will do that. And we'll put ourselves over here. Seating position here a little bit. Let's take a look where we gotta go here. Yeah, Farmers South, which you always get that asterisk in the triangle or diamond, so that's where we gotta go. So let's come put ourselves on the road here. And I set myself up for a side dump here. And that's all she worked. Okay, so we'll just go back, collect our contract, and collect our $4,600. And we'll go park this trailer back where it's supposed to be here. Look at my map, where am I going here? We'll go back up this road here. I see it's still shuddering a little bit after that update, loading shaders. FarmSim had that big update, and they even kind of forewarned you as it was restoring its shaders in your cache files to expect a little stutter here and there. It was really bad for the 10 minutes I tried to play it the other day. Not even 5 minutes. Kind of flew around a bit, but almost gone. But I've noticed a few stutters there, and that's what that's all about. was. And we'll just fly back, pick up the plow that I had disconnected from. I think that's where we're going to just call it a wrap on this one. All right. Thanks for riding along, and we'll see you again soon.